In just 1 month, this player has gone from gold to challenger, 1100 LP. People have been telling me it is Chovy. I mean, look, I wouldn't be surprised. It makes a lot of sense. Look at these win rates and the champion pool. 81% win rate on Orianna, and not your standard Orianna build. He's been going Muramana. He's been trying this out on Orianna, Cassio, Victor in the last probably 2 to 3 days it's been emerging. And now I'm seeing all of the Korean players starting to copy onto this strategy. Apparently it's very strong. Let's jump straight into Summoner's Rift, guys. Break it down, see what's so strong about it, and see if you can abuse it in your own gameplay in the preseason. Jumping onto the Rift, guys, is Orianna into Twisted Fate. You can see Chovy has that cleanse there for himself. Get out of those gold cards as the enemy looking to get an aggressive early game. They've got the Blitzcrank Flash from the Kayn. He's probably going to drop Phase Rush proc now. The rune page, guys, yes, it is a phase rush, very common for Orianna at the moment. There's not really any other rune pages people are running on Ori, especially in high elo. The mobility it gives you, it just allows you to escape ganks, it lets you follow up with your autos, and especially with this build, you're going to be banging out people and just chasing them down with those empowered autos. So starting item into an easy matchup like Twisted Fate, he goes the tier. In a more aggressive matchup, let's say he's versing a Syndra, he'll usually go the Corrupting Potion and then buy the tier on the first base. But he sits on the tier, okay? Then he goes Ludens. He doesn't finish the tier. He doesn't go the Muramana first. He sits on it, lets that tier stack up slowly, because of course it just slowly stacks now. It's not really much of a the way it used to work. It's much different now. So he just sits on that early, lets it ramp up, and then he hits 2 items in the mid game with Ludens and Muramana, and that's when he starts banging out some damage, guys. You can see 2 potions as well. The tier is very cheap now, guys. It's only 400 gold. It's like a starting item. It's like a, I would say it's like the greedy purchase. It's kind of like, it's like the cull of mages now, I would say, because you forgo a little bit of early game, but your mid-late game can be a lot stronger. So I guess it's the same as a cull, you'd say, right? For mid laners. Definitely the more greedy choice, but if you can get away with it. But yeah, this player, I've been told it's Chovy, and it does make a lot of sense, but like, I haven't seen him stream on this account, so I'm just assuming it's him. It could be another pro player. 70% win rate in Korean Challenger, though. I don't know, like, there's not, like, Chovy's probably one of the best solo queue players. I know it's not Knight. I don't know who else could do this. Maybe only there's only a handful of really top tier players that could really pull this win rate off and innovate builds like this. It's really nice to see. You can see the early game. All about spacing. Look at these movements. You just want to be hovering in and out of the wave, guys. You'll notice a lot of these upper echelon mid laners, they never stop moving in the lane. They're always constantly going back and forth. It's kind of just like tethering between the distance of your trading ranges. So you're just moving in, looking for a trade, then moving back out. But also, it's just putting pressure on them. You don't want your enemy to just be sitting there with you hardly moving and they're just chilling, farming. They're going, yeah, cool. You want to be like, you want your enemy to be in their head and they're going, oh shit, am I getting ganked? Is he moving up for a gank? Does he want to trade here? You need to keep them guessing. You don't want them to have a calm, collected laning phase. Are we going to see a River Skirmish? Twisted Fate picks up the kill. Orianna weaving autos, gets the phase rush. Kayn doesn't have flash, but he can dash over the wall. Insta cleanse, insta flash that Camille. Great mechanics from this Ori. Picks up 1 kill. Can he get a second? 2 kills in the early game. Yeehaw. Shen, be a big boy. Grab this deer. And he is going to run. Twisted Fate. God damn, that's fast. Gold card, cute. He'll have his empowered stack deck. The TF is literally just chasing because the Ori knows Ori has no flash. This should be 1 card dead. Yeah. And Orianna does drop there. Let's look what he buys on his first base. This deer didn't die? Crazy. Lost chapter. Lost chapter first base at 4 minutes. That is crazy. But Twisted Fate gets a little bit of gold for himself as well. Now I've seen Chovy. He's been doing it on Victor. I've seen Cassiopeia. I'm trying to theory craft more champions where this could be good on. I think your damage output is going to be increased in the mid game. That's for sure. But I don't know, man. I'm not sure on like the gold efficiency and stuff. I need some like mathematicians to kind of work it out for me. Because it looks good, but I just don't know if it's like really gold efficient. Just on extended skirmishes where you're ordering, sure. But if you're in a team fight with Ori, who was it Power of Evil that was going Nashors on Orianna and everyone's flaming him for it? Maybe Power of Evil. Gonna bring it out as a new TSM mid laner, Pog. I think Power of Evil, man, he's actually really good. I wouldn't say he's underrated because I think people definitely rate him, but he's a solid mid laner, man. Slight CS lead for the Orianna. Using that ball control there. Try and provide some vision. Here comes the Blitzcrank. Predator. Has to dodge, has to dodge, has to dodge. Gets hit. And he will die. Second death of the game. That's a terrible death. He opted to try and get phase rush and run away. Definitely a mistake. Could have went under tower and tried to juke maybe. But Boots is going to be coming out so we can move a little bit faster now. I've actually seen him also sit on the Lost Chapter and then go the Muramana. So there's definitely a couple of builds going around what he's been doing. I guess it's just game dependent. But he's definitely getting the mana. He's synergizing the mana with the tier first just to make sure he has plenty of mana in the game. And he's not rushing. He's not rushing the Muramana. Is it Manamune or Muramana? I always have no idea on like the upgraded names. With the enemy team, huge gold lead in the early game. Oh, Shen actually turning it. And let me know in the comments if you think this build could work on any other champions. I guess it's always good for mana-hungry champions that want to auto-attack a lot. I don't know if Syndra is one of them. I feel like her range is a little bit higher. Dead even in the mid lane. Kayn starting up the dragon. Orianna, guys, is a champion where you don't want to overdo it. You want to play the team. You're looking to play the team fights correctly. You're going to set up perfect zone controls. You don't want to overpress in the lane. Just because a champion like the Lilia, if your cleanse is down, you're definitely going to have to either blow it if you have cleanse, or you're going to die if your cleanse is down. So just be a little bit careful. Chovy, however, doesn't give a single fuck. And is going to continuously trade with the TF, try and chunk him down. Playing towards his vision. Without teleport as well, usually you'd run teleport. So like, if you weren't into this Twisted Fate, you'd run teleport, guys. Let's say you're into a Victor or an Azir. Yes, you're running teleport. Means you can side lane really well with this build with the Nash because you're auto-attacking so fast in the tower. But once you go for the cleanse, it's a little bit harder to side lane. You still can, but you just got to note that you cannot regroup with your team. You got to really, you're kind of just one-dimensional. That's the best thing about having like teleport. You have two options. You can either regroup or just continuously split. Gets hit by the cleanse. Grabs the lantern. Lilia wastes ult. Next base. Saving for gold. What's he want? Blasting? Gonna go boots. I mean, Mercs this game would be splendid. I love Orianna, man. It's such a, like, just a relaxing champion to play. Once you understand, like, how the ball control works, it just feels very smooth. I always say if you want to learn mid lane, play Orianna and play Twisted Fate. Orianna will get your positioning, it will get your lane in order. It'll teach you how to team fight, support, be aggressive. But then Twisted Fate, it's going to allow you to get understand the map, understand how waves work in side lanes, understand just global map pressure and where to look for. I think those two champions teach you best mean, nowadays, maybe there's other champions you could say that do the exact same job, but that's definitely my go-to recommendations. 1.5k gold lead now for red side. Chovy dropping in deep into the bot side. We find Jin, or Jizz. Interesting. Looking for a 2-man ult. Grabs it. Has cleanse. Insta-cleanses. TF has flash. Flashes so aggressively. 600 gold over to the Orianna. Huge bounty for himself. And he'll pick up this wave as well. That's huge. Just what he wanted. Thank you very much. He did pick up the blasting one. 11 minutes in. And we have a Ludens at 11 minutes. So he's gone... So he started tier, finished Ludens, and now this is when we're going to start working towards the mana immune, Muramana, okay? That's when we want to start stacking it up. I think it's... Is it 450? It's 450, right? Is it 450? 450 bonus Maya. Yep. And then when targeting champions, ability strikes and attacks, apply an additional 4% max physical damage. Okay, cool. Physical. 4th kill of the game for himself. I guess because... Wait, so you gotta have such a good... You gotta have such a good, like, physical... Like, a damage spread. You're gonna do a lot of magic and physical with this. Your abilities and attacks... 4% additional physical of your max mana? That sounds crazy. 5th kill over for Chovy. Looking to move in now on the Jin. Using the ball as a control. Trying to zone away. Gold lead dead even now. Love it. Love a tight game, boys. Who do I favor in the late game? I'm trying to decide. I'd probably give it to red side, no? Camille Jin are insane. And then you have Lilia Blitz set up with a TF card. I feel like red side's late game is better. But we'll see. We'll see how it gets played out. Working towards the Muramana now. You build the Kullyfield. Is that what it's called? Warhammer. Picked that up for himself. 1100 gold. Bit of an awkward purchase, but at the end of the day, it's not that bad an Orianna who's looking to auto attack so often. And because her passive also gives her extra ability power on the autos, it's just your autos hit like a truck as Kane picks up a double. 6th kill of the game. Thank you very much. He'll shove in mid lane. Try and get an extra plate. What's he got? 30 seconds left? Go, 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 go. 15 seconds, baby. He gets one, probably. Nice. Is TF going Ludens, eh? Really? Guess he wants the mana as well. I think this might be a little bit aggressive. He has great vision out though. He can only run down mid. This poor TF. This game's gonna get harder and harder for this guy as the game progresses. Yoinks that kill for himself. A lot of these kills, man, he's literally just throwing balls. Just finishes them off. Let's pray he knows what he's doing with the gold. I think Orianna is actually situated really good on the preseason. I think Victor is maybe slightly better. Victor's... But after the nerfs, I don't know, man. Maybe Orianna's coming out ahead. Muramana completed now, lads. And these autos are going to start really ramping up with damage. You're able to continuously duel people. And when you get the Nashes afterwards, the attack speed on it, man, you'll see how lethal this setup can be. Moving in. What's that ball control? Trying to put it on the side. Playing very far back. Doesn't want to get too deep into the fight. Playing very utility heavy. And this Kayn is on an absolute rampage. 7 kills for himself. Has the Duskblade. Good luck to the enemy team to come back into this game. The best bit about this build is just the infinite mana you have, honestly. It feels so nice on a champion like Orianna, where you're just spamming abilities. Drives mid, gets that tower. Probably going to try and rotate if anything's available now. Enemy bot lane isn't showing, so he'll hit the base. Are we going boots? I want Merc Treads. Blended. Twisted Fate ult? I think you get 15 haste. Is that correct? You get 15 haste with the Muramana? So I guess not getting CDR from Nash's anymore is not that bad. Like, it doesn't really matter for Ori. You already got plenty of haste. Look at that damage, mate. He's... Oh my god, he's spiking so hard now. Super hard to deal with the Ori. If you have sums and you have good spacing with Phase Rush, it's so hard, man. It's so hard to trap you down. And now he'll just eat every single resource on the map. And you'll see how he plays in team fights. He plays pretty far back. That's how you should play an Orianna, guys. When you're playing on utility mages, stand back, get it, like, sure, you can get as many auto attacks as you can, but just front to back, you'll shred them. You don't really need to take any risk on the champion. 5k gold lead almost now for blue side. And the Camille's not really in the game. I was kind of worried if the Camille got a little bit too far ahead. It'd be hard to deal with, but it's doing fine. Kayn has a tier as well. Okay. And no side lane, just perma fighting. And grabs his 8th kill of the game. Puts the ball on Lucian, says go fast, mate, and he's gonna run mid and grab that wave for himself. I want to see him as side lane. He's got plenty of attack speed now. There we go, Twisted Fate, overextended. And he'll hunt him down. He has flash. TF no flash. TF is doomed here. Ultimate lands. It's too easy. The combo's clean. Just weave those autos in. Like, just the key to this build is you need to start weaving your autos. You can't just be only abilities. You'll amplify your damage by so much. As his team is running away with the game. Huge bounties on their heads, though. You do not want to give them these away. 10th kill. Almost a 10k gold lead. Well, 7k. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And the 3rd dragon. This game is starting to look like a bit of a whitewash. And I'm assuming we want to stay into the side lane until we have enough for our Nashers here. Control Ward over into that brush just in case somebody extends. The Blitzcrank looks for a flank or something behind, who knows. And this attack speed is so nice for this splitting. Boom. Grabs another tower for himself. What do you see us lead on the TF? Hitting the base, do we have enough? I think Nash has cost 3k. We have enough. And we are going to start spiking right now. Let's go. Run me out and just show me the damage, boy. At this point, guys, you're so strong at 20 minutes. Like, obviously, not every game you're going to have this amount of gold. Maybe you hit this spike at 25 minutes if you're farming well. It's still going to be absolutely lethal. You want to instantly start putting pressure onto enemies. Either team fight, drop into the side lane, looking to grab some pressure on these towers and force them into your face. As Thresh is trying to pick up the Lilia. Chovy has flash. We're going to use it. Lilia's so bloody quick, mate. Top lane tower still up. You'd probably want to grab blue buff and then drop into a split on the top lane. This sweeper doing work. 24 vision compared to 6 for the Twisted Fate. I don't know what this guy's doing. Jeez, these autos hit like a truck now. He's always providing, like, even though when he drops into these side lanes, he's still providing himself so much vision. Look at the vision on the map, top side. You can split so safely here. You can see what the Twisted Fate, or if anyone's going to come and collapse on you. Just no one wants to deal with him? What is going on? Literally no one wants to deal with this thing. Oh. Fresh Lantern. We're going to move in here. This is aggressive. We have sums, but we have to be a little bit careful. Alt lands. Cleanses instantly. Looking to pick up the Lilia. Can't quite space it. Almost grabs the Blitzcrank. Has the flash. He'll get Lilia ulted here. And he drops 1,000 bounty over to the Jhin. He almost played that perfectly. It was played pretty perfectly, but at the end of the day, a little bit too much of an overextension. The gold lead dropping back to 4k now. After this Baron, this game's getting pretty bloody close. Lucian. Ooh, they secure the Baron. Shen absolutely going for it. Ooh. They grab the Shen, they grab the Kayn. Only 2k gold, what the hell? I was talking about 10k gold lead earlier. Crazy. What I was saying, man. Jhin Camille late is just disgusting at the moment. Jin's probably the strongest AD carry in the game, I'd say. But Kayn is one of the strongest junglers. Not sure who the strongest support is, actually, if I think about it. No idea, as we drop into the side lane. No summoners now, so your entire thought process needs to change when you don't have summoners, guys. You can't play the same game. You saw how aggressively he played last team fight, right? Because he had both sums. He was ready to cleanse, ready to flash, but now you got to play like a little bitch, unfortunately. We got the Fiendish Codex completed. Hunting for vision here. Jeff knows his exact position, but he sees everybody in the map. And this is a bit of a greedy split. He's leaving his team on their own accord to try and deal with the Baron split. Jeff ult coming through, hunting. Jhin grabs the Kayn, man. This guy's dropping too many times. Gold is dead even, actually. What's the next item we're looking for? Okay, Camille. Grabs the kill. What does he have? Is that a Banshees? Oh, he's going towards a Banshees. He has the Verdant bracelet, necklace? I don't know what the word is. No sums. Got to be careful here. This is the Infernal Soul. If they can snag this for themselves, they're going to instantly win the game. TP coming out now. $2k. They grab the kill on the Lilia. Lucian grabs the Infernal Soul. Thank God. And now just watch auto attack after auto attack come out from this Orianna. 12th kill now. He'll try and grab the blue for herself. Doesn't quite get it. Huge shields coming out for the Lucian. Here you go, buddy. We've got no mana at the moment. Trying to get in. Can't. Ooh, Ori. The hell are these autos doing? They're like 400 damage or something. You're pretty much like an 80 carry. But with the utility and the AP damage of a mage, it's quite nice. So I guess we go Banshees into Deathcap or Void. Probably situational. We grab the Banshees here. Last item. I mean, you actually have relatively low AP. So I would say Deathcap wouldn't be good, right? Because the amp would not be really useful. So maybe the Void Pen? He's waiting in base. Let's see what he grabs. More CDR. What could we could be going what? Cosmic Drive? Hourglass? Who knows? But yeah, not going for the extra aggressive amp. Just going for that CDR, that haste. I'm really not used to calling it haste. I still call it CDR every game. Baron up in 2 minutes. If you get an ace at around about 30 minutes, you can run down. Oh, Chovy caught. Huge Shen ult. Look at these autos. Pops the ult. Trying to get out. Does drop there, but the team fight looks to be won. Here comes the Kane. What's up, boys? Flash is in. This one is a wrap. Only Jin left. Flash in. Great flash by Thresh. Should be able to drop him here. Looks to be an ace. They're going to try and run down mid for the end. I wonder if they get it. What is it? 30 seconds? There's 10 seconds on Camille. I think, unless Camille can do a hero play, I think they just end the game. That might be the end of the replay, lads. Blitz in 10. Here comes Camille. Comes in. Ooh. And they're legging it out of the base. Thank God. I want to see more of these auto attacks come out, honestly. Love seeing it. I'm going to try it out in my games tonight. I think I played one game of this so far and it felt very good. But I need more games to test. Obviously, Chovy, it looks like he's played like 20 games of this or something. And he's continuing to do it. Which obviously means he's starting to realize like it's very strong. He's going to try and abuse it. And I've seen other Korean players start to spam it. So, I mean, look, I trust... Ooh, that ultimate was terrible. I trust in the Korean judgments, I guess. We'll see if it catches on in other regions like Europe and NA soon. I've seen a couple of pro players on Twitter and stuff starting to talk about the builds. So, it wouldn't surprise me. But we're pretty early in here. I think it's only been happening 2-3 days now. Flash is available, no cleanse. Has the Banshees though. At this point, you drop Shen. Obviously, Shen has his ultimate. You drop him deep into the bot lane, side lane, and you dance around the Nash. You look for Thresh hooks. It's usually the play. Make sure to get mid lane priority. And Shen coming across for the bloody A. They're just going to A-ram it. I hate doing this against a Blitzcrank. I always get hooked. Always me as well. These Orianna ults are completely whiffing, by the way. That's the second one. He's trying to make... He's risking, like, these ults, if they catch, it's a kill and a Baron. So he's just risking a lot and not quite getting it. Engage. Shen lands. Just watch the Orianna. Kane grabs the Camille. Everybody else is just standing behind the fat Shen, blocking them. They have to... Do you see? Oh my God. Do you see how the mid lane wave priority is so important? Because they have to match that now, and now it's going to give them an opportunity to start up this Baron. Chovy kind of low though. Probably wants to reset. Doesn't have TP now. Back to base we go. I don't think he has enough for the purchase, right? So we just grab an elixir for the next fight. Yep. In a situation like this, doesn't matter what champion you're playing, at 30 minutes and you're coming up to Elder, you're coming up to Baron, grab an elixir. Because it's so much gold value to add on, as opposed to saving, or maybe you'll save extra for your next item, but look, more often than not, the next fight will determine the game anyway. So just spend the gold you can, even if you get a less cost efficient, or you think the gold could maybe give you a better later spike. I always opt for the early spike in my opinion. Ult comes out on the Lilia, she drops the Hourglass, and she will die. Finally, one of those ults catches up the enemy jungler. And now it's going to be a battle over the Elder. Orianna just weaving as many autos as you can with these Qs. Grabs 1 kill for herself. Look at the movement speed. Insta cleanse. Gonna try and hunt down this Twisted Fate here. Yeah, flash is over. It's not going to be enough, and that is going to be... That's an ace for blue side, and that's probably going to be the game as they run down mid lane. Tell me, guys, what you think about the build. I don't know. Like, if you have Death Cap and Void stuff, your one rotation is going to be much stronger, but after that, you're definitely weaker. I'm kind of sold on it. I need more games of experimentation. This guy's got 70% win rate in Korean Challenger, and he's been spamming the builds. So look, it's probably strong, let's be honest, as they close out the game. So hopefully you've enjoyed this replay, guys. Hopefully you learned something and try it out in your own games. Enjoy some LP for yourselves, and until next time, I'll catch you all later. Peace.